If you know your time of birth as well as your date of birth, which you should know that, go and get your natal chart. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh no, here he goes with the astrology slash astronomy. But no, hear me out. You know, that's the oldest science, one of the oldest sciences known to man, the stars. And with that being said, you know, there is a lot of truth to one's natal chart. And I'll give you just 3 examples now, even though I can go into many. One being my cousin, God bless his heart. My cousin offed himself about 9 years ago, and I recently got the information to his natal chart. And when I looked at his chart, in his 8th house, because the 8th house rules death, he had the sign Aries in his 8th house. Now, Aries in the 8th house means a person will leave this earth in a not necessarily violent way, but Mars rules the sign of Aries. So any type of impact, collision, getting pewed, especially if it involves the head, because as you may know, Aries rules the head. Well, how about this cousin? He offed himself by pewing himself in the head. God bless his heart. And that's not to scare you. If you have Aries in the 8th house, that doesn't 100% mean you're going to die that way. But I'll give you another example. There's someone that I'm pretty close to. They have a child, and when their child was born, I looked at the chart and I told them, I was like, hey, this child might struggle with breathing issues as they get older. Turns out that is the case. They struggle with breathing issues. And by being on top of these things, you know, you can also prevent some things like this particular child with the breathing issues. Because, you know, we knew that early, we were able to solve a lot of the potential problems to where it could have evolved into. But my third example is myself. You know, I've learned a lot about myself just looking at my own natal chart and reflecting on it, learning the different aspects. Because just because you're the same sign as somebody, you know, there are a bunch of different placements. So you may have the same sign, maybe even the same big 3, but the way the angles align and all that, you know, it could be a completely different story. So I ask you to learn your chart. You know, there's been plenty of people that I've just looked at and I've guessed their sign just by, you know, their features. There's a lot of truth to that. There's a follower I'm working with right now who I'm telling him stuff about himself. He's surprised how I even knew it, but just by looking at his chart. And if you're a person that has your natal chart but you don't know how to read it, send it to me. I will decipher what I can. All I require is that you follow me.